Alright, I was sent this Adika Gopro housing unit to test out and review, and here's my review.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrices and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
I know what you guys are thinking. Most of the people who are looking at different housings are like Shawn or Amazon. These GoPro housings are like $50. This is a GoPro Hero 4, GoPro Hero 3 housing. People are always like, oh man, there's gotta be a cheaper alternative. Well, this is it. $19.99 compared to $50. So why would you choose one over the other? If we're talking about straight toughness, right out of the box, the GoPros seem a lot more tough. Like they feel like they could stand a little bit more. They are both waterproof up until 40 meters. The biggest thing for me was the latch when I was picking ones, because when I was skydiving, the Hero 2 had this really crappy latch. This is the 3. And skydivers, it would come unlatched and then the top would open right in the middle of skydiving and their GoPro would pop out. I wanted to make sure this latch was locked. That's why I use the 3 a lot, because it has a double latching system. The 4 is actually way harder to unlatch as well. And so actually this feels really nice too when it latches. So no complaints there. This one actually feels like it latches a lot harder than the GoPro 4 case. Image quality? Just let you be the judge. This has happened all day. Every time I try to unlatch it, the top pops right off, and then I have to put it back on. Kind of a pain in the ass. Not too bad. 4 Plus, or the Hero 4 case. Same GoPro, 3 different cases. Another thing I keep running into is that when I put it into this box, sometimes the button's so hard it turns on the Wi-Fi on its own. So like the Wi-Fi just turned on. So I didn't turn the Wi-Fi on, it just turned on its own. I think the case is just a little too tight for the button side. Kind of a pain in the ass if you need to save battery, because the Wi-Fi is one of the things that will suck the battery out of this thing the most. Using the buttons on all of these, they all feel really, really good. Minus the Wi-Fi thing being a little too tight, but maybe it's just mine. That's just a little bit defective, or maybe the buttons pushed in. And then the weight. This is a 3 Plus. It came in at 3.70 ounces. Adika came at 2.55 ounces, and this came at 2.45. Your whole deal is you want the lightest thing on your head. One of these, you're not gonna be able to feel much of the difference. I can't tell having them in my hand. They both feel super light. As you can see, these are clear, while this is black. Depending on what you want, if you're snowboarding and you drop this thing, it's going to be a lot harder to find than a black one. So I don't have a black one yet, but I always wish I did. So it's kind of awesome I get to have this to play with, and I'll let you know how it works in the snow. Obviously, this is going to be way harder to find in your backpack because your backpack's probably black, while these will be a little easier to find in there. Might just be something you haven't thought about before, but stuff that I've run into over the last 4 or 5 years of using GoPro. I can't speak for how durable it is, so it might be just as durable as these. I know the water depth limit is 40 meters on all of these. The latch does feel really tight, although it does bother me this guy comes off. And the Wi-Fi really bothers me a lot, just because GoPro battery is just a nightmare in general, and if you turn the Wi-Fi on without you realizing it's on, it's gonna be even worse. So overall, you really can't beat a $20 housing. I'm gonna stick it in my bag, and every time I use the GoPro for the next couple weeks, I'm gonna use it, and I'll get back to you guys on how well it works. Let me know if this helped you guys out in your decision making. Remember, life is meant to be experienced, and curiosity will get you there. See you next time. I don't know if that sounds any different, but this just, like, you can bend it. Whereas this one, I guess you can bend this one too. Huh.